and gentlemen, it is time for my official WrestleMania 40 predictions. Pretty crazy, honestly. A couple months ago, I was certain that I wasn't going to be doing this. But things change, and I'm happy I came back because the WWE is cooking right now. Couple of plugs before we start. Don't forget to use code Wyatt's World on G Fuel or Prize Picks. We can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. But that's all I got. Let's get into predicting WrestleMania 40. Okay, folks, so kicking it off with night one, which is WrestleMania Saturday, the first match, what I think will be the first match anyway, is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and Santos Escobar. This match is stupid, man. It could be done on any night of the week. They're just doing it to fill time because they're advertising 6 hours of content that first night, which I think is a ton. To be honest, I'd rather just see Rey versus Dom 2 heads up here, but my outcome of the match is I think Dom and Santos win with Dom getting the pin over his father. They're trying to build Santos up as a heel, and Dom is red hot. There's no reason Rey and Dragon Lee should win this match. Alright, next match we got is Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. I'm gonna take Bianca, Jade, and Naomi here. If you look at this logically, Bianca and Jade would murder Damage Control. Like, those two would literally rip them limb from limb. Secondly, this is gonna be Jade's first, match other than the Royal Rumble. They're not gonna have her lose to the Three Stooges. The only way I see Damage Control coming out on top here is if Jade for some reason turns on Bianca to set up that, inevitable feud. But I don't think that needs to happen here. And now we've got the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the tag team championship. 7 matches on night one and 4 of them are tag matches. Holy cow. Anyway, I think this match is going to be interesting, and I've always thought that the belts were going to get split up here, and now I think it's basically confirmed because I just read the rule that if one set of them gets taken down, the match isn't going to end till the other gets taken down. Teams in this match are going to be Judgment Day, DIY, New Day, Awesome Truth, A-Town Down Under, and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. This match for surely will go off. It's a showcase match. I mean, this is for people to get their pops, get their moments. Winners of this match, I really like the theory I've been hearing of Awesome Truth winning one of them because R-Truth will grab one set and forget to grab the other because that's something R-Truth will do, and R-Truth will also get his WrestleMania moment. In terms of the other set, I do not think Judgment Day will retain. I think it's time we get 2 new sets of champions, honestly, and if you're asking me, just from what I've seen, I would really like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate to win it. I think they are tremendous, dude. Either way, if we just walk out with 2 different sets of tag team champions, I will be a happy person. The whole unified thing, it's been done for a year with the main belts. Why are we still doing it with those? Next match we got is going to be Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso. I really think they missed here by not giving this match a stipulation because this is either going to bang or it's going to be really repetitive because these two share the same moveset. Also, Jay has to win this, right? There's just no reason for Jimmy to, at all. Zero. It wouldn't make any sense. It already didn't make sense when Jimmy turned on him in the first place, which I had to go back and try and make sense of because I missed it. But no, this is Jay finally getting back at him, finally getting the best of his brother who's costed him the title, multiple times now? Jay Uso will win, but I do hope that this continues because an I Quit match with these two, that has to happen. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn and Gunther. This is probably still my least favorite match on the card just because I think there are 75 other people I would have put in this match over Sami Zayn. Also, if he's the one to beat Gunther, I just don't agree. That's why I've got this theory. I think we're going to see a cash-in. I think after Gunther and Sami have a good lengthy match and Gunther wins, the Judgment Day's music is going to hit. And as they're walking down to the ring, the Jumbotron is going to show Imperium laid out backstage. They're going to absolutely maul Gunther. Damian's going to cash in on the IC title, and he is going to hit him with whatever his finisher is called, and he's going to pin him. And I think this is best case scenario for both people, because for one, Damian Priest, I do not think is a world champion, and I think WWE also notices that. So having him be the one to dethrone Gunther and take the championship he's held for 600 days, that's a pretty big moment, the next biggest thing you could do. And also for the sake of Gunther, this is a way to get him out of the mid-card picture, and it's also a way for him to lose the title, but to put a pretty good size asterisk next to it. That's what I hope happens anyway with this match. Now we've got the Women's World Title match, Rhea Ripley versus Big Time Bex. This match is gonna go off. This match might steal the entire show, but this match also has a potential to ruin something very special. Rhea has to win this. Do not give it to Becky. Yes, I will admit, up until the recent months, if you go back and look at her title defenses, her reign has been pretty boring. I mean, anybody who starts off a reign with Natalya, they're not in a good place. But the Raw roster, it just didn't have a lot, and then since Nia Jax came back, and you know, she's been pretty decent. Rhea put on the clinic with her. Now she's gonna have the match with Becky that we knew was gonna happen. And it is so important that Rhea wins this match. Why? Because that will make up for the entire last year of her virtually doing nothing. Imagine talking about her reign. Oh, she beat Charlotte and then defended her title against Natalya, Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Zelina Vega, Nia Jax, and then lost at the next WrestleMania to Becky Lynch. Or imagine looking back on her reign and being like, wow, remember Rhea's reign? She beat Charlotte and Becky both at WrestleMania in the same reign. Also, this should just plain out be the passing of the torch from Becky to Rhea. Rhea is very clearly the hottest woman, I mean, both figuratively and literally, in the WWE right now. Respect to Becky, I love her, but she's gotta put Rhea over. And main eventing Saturday, we've got the tag team match between Seth and Cody and The Rock and Roman. Look, I can see both outcomes here, but I think for long-term storytelling, if they are planning on doing The Rock versus Roman next year, I think The Rock needs to take the pin here. He needs to take the loss. Trust me, we'll get into night 2. Bloodline Rules still is gonna happen, believe me. But I believe night 1 is gonna end with Rocky taking the pin and some very, very heavy friction between him and Roman Reigns staring at each other in the middle of the ring while Cody and Seth celebrate going up the ramp. All right, now we're on to night 2, WrestleMania Sunday, and kicking it off, we have Lashley and the Street Profits versus Karrion Kross and the AOP. I couldn't care less. I think Kross is gonna win this. The reason I'm saying that is because the guy's been around for like 2-3 years now, and he has literally done nothing. What is the point of putting him on WrestleMania and having him get his ass beat? Like, nothing. You could do that on SmackDown. They might as well put him over. Now we've got LA Knight versus AJ Styles, another one that could steal the show, and I think probably one of the best stories going into WrestleMania, man. They have been putting on such an entertaining last month. Makes it feel like old school wrestling again, going to each other's house, getting thrown in cop cars and whatnot. There's no way LA Knight loses this. Like, this has to be his moment. Triple H has promised him a moment after basically a year of putting him under in matches that he should have gotten over. Like, this would be insane to put AJ Styles over. That would just bury LA Knight. Like, what would you be doing? Don't be dumb. Sometimes the obvious is the correct choice. Now we've got the United States triple threat match, Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Logan Paul I have retaining here. I would have him losing the belt if he was facing someone like LA Knight or something, but neither of these two need it. Logan's had a pretty entertaining reign. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's on a multi-year contract. I think a WrestleMania singles win for him at this point in his career would do wonders. You can count on this being the typical 2v1 triple threat match. KO and Randy will eventually turn on each other, which will open up the window for Logan to win, although I do want to call right now, we will see one of the craziest RKOs we've ever seen to Logan Paul at some point. Book it. Now we've got the WWE Women's title, Bayley versus Io Sky, and I think Bayley wins this one. Pretty certain on it too. I don't think Io's very over, and I could be wrong on that one, but it just doesn't seem like the crowd is really in love with her as champion. Seems like people honestly kind of forget that there even is a champion on SmackDown sometimes. And over the last couple years, Bayley has been injured or she has been leading Damage Control and taking L after L after L after L after L. I guess it'd be really cool to see her get the moment, especially over the group that, she built. I think it'll be a decent match, and I know we will have a new WWE Women's Champion. Now we got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think Drew wins this match, and I think he wins fair and square, if I'm being honest. Seth has had a fantastic reign, but it's time if you're asking me, and I think Drew deserves it. Plus, I would really like to see this current character Drew's playing to be world champion. Like, he's not necessarily a heel. He's like an old Stone Cold Steve Austin, or he's like a Brock Lesnar. He just does whatever he wants. He doesn't care. I think it'd be really sick to see Drew have a run with the belt. However, I do want to say that if Money in the Bank is not used in night 1, it will be used right here in night 2, but I think it will be a failed cash-in if they try it on Drew. Whether Drew beats Damian or whether Finn double crosses, I do not think Damian Priest will be the World Heavyweight Champion. And ending night 2, ending WrestleMania, we've got the Undisputed Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. First off, I want to say, if Roman wins, no, I'm not going to quit watching. I will legitimately laugh. That will be funny. In 2, this is what I got. This is my big prediction. Jack Swagger returns, hits them both with a gut wrench and wins and saves the WWE. On a real note, Roman and Cody, one-on-one, put on a clinic for 20 to 25 minutes. Then, as Cody has the upper hand and he has Roman pretty much dead to rights, locked in the crossroads, Roman is going to be flailing his arms or his legs, and he is going to hit the ref and knock him into the turnbuckle, and then the ref's going to be knocked out. That's where we're going to see a very familiar sight. Solo is going to pop up. He is going to jab Cody in the throat. Roman is going to do an exact repeat of last year, bounce off the ropes and spear Cody. The ref is going to conveniently get up right at that time, and he is going to hit the count 1, 2, and Cody is going to kick out. He's also going to be pointing at Solo Sikoa, and the ref is going to be trying to see Solo, who's making a break for it, through the crowd. The match is going to go back to one-on-one for about 5 more minutes. Cody is going to again get the upper hand. He's going to have Roman locked in the triple crossroads, and he is going to land all 3 of them, and I mean really planting the 3rd one. Cody's going to make the cover. It's going to go 1, 2, the ref is going to get pulled out of the ring, and it's going to be The Rock. He grabs a microphone. He says he's The Rock. He's the boss. He does what he wants. Fuck his word, it's still Bloodline rules. He also grabs the mic and stares at the back and says anybody who is not part of the Bloodline that wants to get involved in this match is immediately fired. Then after beating Cody down, The Rock grabs a chair, looks at Roman, hands it to him and says finish it, where Roman smashes Cody over the back 5 times. Roman goes for the cover, The Rock orders the ref to count, but Cody kicks out. So The Rock grabs a chair and says I'll do it myself. He cracks Cody once, he cracks him twice. As he goes for the 3rd one, we hear the glass shatter. Out comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. If there was a roof on the stadium, it would literally blow off the place. He beats the shit out of The Rock. Roman gets up, he stuns Roman, who flies backward, landing in the crossroads, gets hit with 3 of them, and Cody finally pins Roman Reigns, finishing the story. That is my fantasy as to how I would see it end anyway. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for my WrestleMania 40 predictions. Please let me know where you guys agree or disagree, and let me know what surprises you guys have planned, because WrestleMania is always fun to fantasize the possibilities. Anyway, make sure to show support to this video. You guys know I appreciate it, but I'm going to get it edited so you guys can watch it on time. Take care, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.